This week on Live Tuesday, Braemar Avenue meets North Street. Kingston College returns to the Cool 97 FM studios for a musical showcase and a look at 100 years of excellence. Hear from the Kingston College School Band and hear the schedule of Centenary celebrations. That's Live Tuesday, March 25 from 7 to 9 a.m. hosted by Dianne Thomas and Michael Thompson. It's all happening on Cool 97 FM and cool97fm.com and brought to you by Ashanti Oasis Vegetarian Catering, Alkavida Alkaline Drinking Water, and Keymix Audio. Live Tuesday on Cool 97 FM, getting to the root of the...
Good morning to you and welcome to Live Tuesday, the number one morning program here on Cool 97 FM. Today we're welcoming Kingston College to our studios for a morning of music and insights into their centenary celebrations. Plus Champs is on this week, and Kingston College only last year copped their third consecutive and 35th overall Champs win. They continue to excel in academics, in music, and in many other areas. Now, their motto, "The brave may fall but never yield," stands as a resonant reminder of the work and resulting excellence that has come to mark the young men and distinguished older boys of Kingston College. When last we heard them, we were welcomed to their North Street St. Augustine Chapel, and this morning we're thrilled to host them once more here at Braemar Avenue as they charge towards their 100th year celebrations in the month of April. This morning we'll hear from the Kingston College School Band led by Khalil Welsh. We'll also hear from Kingston College representatives, including Centenary Committee members, as they unpack some of what can be expected for the Centenary celebrations in the coming month. That's what we've got inside of Live Tuesday this morning, and this first segment is brought to you by our kind sponsors. The official caterer of Live Tuesday, Ashanti Oasis Vegetarian Catering. You can ask about their vegan veggie balls at all major supermarkets island-wide, and you can order their delicious all-vegan fruitcakes. Now here's a number that you can call. 876-458-9859. That's 876-458-9859. We have Keymix Audio as a sponsor. The mix is key. They're providing PA system and audio support. Remember that in addition to listening to Live Tuesday on Cool 97 FM, you can also watch a delayed broadcast of this and other episodes by simply visiting KOOL97fm.com and clicking on the Live Tuesday tile. We're going to begin this morning with music from the Kingston College School Band.
Ready?
O-L.
Audio.
Cool 97 Radio.
Nice and easy. 97.9. Oh, you please me.
Mr. Patrick Dallas. He's secretary of the KC Centenary Planning Committee, and Mr. Noel Greenland, who's a member of the Events Planning Subcommittee. Welcome to Live Tuesday, gentlemen. And we imagine there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes to get things ready for this monumental celebration. 100 years of excellence, no small feat. So firstly, let's speak with you about what each of you is feeling as older boys yourself about Kingston College reaching this milestone in such fine style.
Oh, well, just goosebumps. 100 years, Kingston College. I mean, when I started at Kingston College 1969, couldn't even think so far. And here we are. Yes. And this wonderful institution that made so many of us.
Mm-hmm. For those who are watching, introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Patrick Dallas. Went to Kingston College 8th of September 1969 and never left.
The 8th of September. Listen.
I don't want you to watch. I don't want him to walk it down. He's doctor.
Okay. All right. So now let's find out about how you felt now as an old boy reaching this milestone with the school and having the privilege of being on the committee.
That's the word, privilege. I feel absolutely privileged. The fact is, to live to see a school or anything turns 100, it is significant. The significance of 100, if you live to see 100, you have lived. You know, if you have an institution that has withstood the test of time and have now survived 100 years, you have survived. Kingston College, like so many other institutions, because we're not unique in this regard, there are many schools that are older than us, but there are schools that are older than us that have history but doesn't have the same tradition as a Kingston College. And that's what makes us significantly different from the rest. Not just our history, but our tradition, which we can talk about later on.
And as you mention 100 years and the institutions that are older and things, I'm just going to reach out at this point and say congratulations to Mrs. Mamby. Mrs. Mamby celebrated her 108th birthday.
That's special.
I think it was last week.
That is special.
I think it was last week.
Congratulations.
So indeed.
Blessings.
Clearly, many blessings flowing in her direction.
I bet she's 40s.
You have to be strong to get to that.
Now, Kingston College spirit is, and I'm forced to say this because it's written here in purple ink, is truly admirable. What is at the heart of this commitment to excellence and the institution? Because let's face it, there are other schools that have had several hundreds of students pass through their doors, and they don't have the commitment after the students leave and the giving back to the institution. So what is it about KC? What is it that you put in their drink, in their water supply, in their bloodstream? What is it?
But why you ask the question when you have just said it? It's in the water. It's in the water.
It's in the water. Everybody gets a purple pill.
You got onto it immediately. It's in the water. Well, let's say, get a little bit more serious with it now. KC was founded in 1925, and it's the last boys' school to be founded in Jamaica. Now, when we came on, we were the new kid on the block, and the others who were schools that were founded during colonial times saw us as, upstarts. We had to fight. I think, though, that our founder, Bishop Gibson, was very visionary, and I don't take Fortis Cadere non potest for granted. It is a motto, it's the greatest motto in the world. And because from the beginning, he made us understand what this meant and that we should live the Fortis motto. And I think out of that, the whole esprit de corps, this team spirit and everything made KC different. I'll tell you this. When I went to KC in 1969, my first class in the morning was by, my teacher was Foggy Burrows. And the first class was French. And he looked at us, impressionable 11 and 12-year-old, and he said to us, gentlemen, just by the mere dint of the fact that you're sitting in that chair at Kingston College, you're a superior human being. You know what that does to a
The
11-year-old?
psyche.
Yeah. And he said that Kingston College takes part in all schoolboy sports. And most of the teams won't have more than 11 persons. So it is quite normal that some of you will not make a team out there on the field representing Kingston College. But every single one of you is going to be a member of the strongest team, the 12th man in the stand.
Yeah. So can I say it for what the motto? For me, it's a rallying cry.
Yes.
It's a rallying cry of summoning the spirit and the resolve to resolve any issue that we have. We just need to know if there's a old boy or a schoolboy in stress that we can help. There is a commitment right where you don't have to think twice. You want to reach out and help. And I think that's what they they say we're a cult, but it's not a cult. It is what Bishop Gibson has instilled in us. And it comes through the veins, and to realize that we are rallying cry for each other. We're a brother's keeper.
Yes.
Absolutely correct.
All right, Mr. Greenland, let's look at the finer details for the Centenary now. So you'll be celebrating in April, and I know that there have been some prior events because I went to a Christmas concert at the school and all.
Oh.
So what are the other activities that are on the calendar?
So in the middle of January this year, we had our 5K run walk. Thank you so much, Jamaica, for turning out and supporting us. Thank you very much. That was wonderful. Coming up next month, we'll be having 3 major events. On the 13th of April, we'll be having our Centenary church service. This church service, we're extending invitations to our neighboring schools. We're extending invitations to the Kingston College founder and the other schools, the schools that he has founded, additional to Kingston College. So in addition to Kingston College, he's associated with Glenmuir High School, he's associated with the Catering College, Bishop Gibson High, Churches Teachers College. So the man was a visionary. Extended invitations. We're also extending invitations to other schools, our neighbors, our immediate neighbor, for example, our friends right across the road from us, who we love to beat. In fact, we just gave them a 7-3 whopping on Saturday. But all my George's friends, it's good. It's really good.
It's all love.
It's all love. It's all love. And so that will take place then. And then on the Monday, the 14th, we're going to be taking the boys and Jamaica on a walk across Kingston. We will be walking from Kingston College all the way to downtown Kingston and back. We'll be making 2 stops. Making a stop at the KCMC. We will receive something very special.
Sorry, I'm just going to pause right here. So at Regal Customs Brokers, every shipment is our top priority. We offer hassle-free customs clearance for imports, exports, and transshipments. The time by Regal Customs Brokers is now 7:46 a.m. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So along that walk on the 14th, we'll be stopping. We'll be receiving something very special. And I will not tell you what that is yet. You won't know until the very day. But something very special. Something that will demonstrate ownership. Because that's what we are. We're the owners of Kingston. And then we will stop at, believe it or not, the Gleaner Company. Because Kingston College was first based at the Gleaner. We started at the Gleaner. So where we are now at 2A North Street was not our original home. Our home was at the Gleaner Company. So we'll be stopping there.
Where the Gleaner is now.
Yes, that's where the Gleaner is now. That's correct. And then on the 16th, the Wednesday, will be our Grand Gala. Now, this is something we need to talk about. This is an event that we hope to attract old boys from all era. Now, I want to say something about old boys. We're not just extending invitation to old boys, but to members of our alumni. That means a mother who had a son at KC, you're a member of her alumni. A father, you're a member of our alumni. Your cousin, your auntie, you're also a member of our alumni. Our teachers are members of our alumni. So in other words, we're not at all restricting the invitation to past students or old boys only. All members, everybody connected to Kingston College in one way, shape, or form, you're welcome. And the invitation is open to you all. There's a small fee. It's $200 or 30,000 Jamaican dollars. It will be held at the Pegasus Hotel, and it will be we're starting at 7 p.m. We will have a number of interesting features. I must tell you that I want to say thank you to First Global Bank. They will be one of our sponsors. We thank you so much, First Global Bank, for coming on board. They are our platinum sponsor. And we have other sponsors. We will be talking about them in future interviews. But we also will have with us a number of other non-KC persons who will be taking part. We have a St. Usual girl who will be one of our MCs, Faye Ellington. So we are so excited. And she will be married with a young KC old boy. So we have a young KC old boy who will be sharing the stage with her, just to demonstrate that we're an inclusive family, you know, and St. Hughes is our sister school. So we do have a lot planned, and we're so excited about it and looking forward to Jamaica turning out on the day to support us.
And let me just say quickly, good morning, Faye. How are you doing? She's an ardent listener to Cool FM. And we love her so much.
Indeed, indeed.
Now, what you've just shared with us, is it on your school's website? So for those who might have been in traffic and unable to make quick notes, where can they find this information that you just provided us with?
www.kc40s100.com. So kc40s100.com.
Okay, all right. Now, talk to us about where you see KC in the next 100 years.
That's a tough question. Let me tell you. So I asked the principal the very same question a few weeks ago, and he shared with me a PowerPoint presentation. Now, Kingston College, like every school right across the world, we're in a process of change. Change is what is upon us. You remember when you and I were in school, we used to hear about reading, writing, and arithmetic? Nobody talks about that much anymore, right? Of course, we have to learn to read, we have to learn to write, and we have to learn to do maths, right? But there are so many new games out there in town that we have to get our boys prepared for. We have STEAM, we have STEM. Our boys have interest in so many other different facets of life. One of the things that we're doing is we're trying to expand the school compound to facilitate what needs to happen in the future, which you'll hear more about soon. And as we expand, we have acquired property, we have acquired land, and we are looking to purchase more because, as you know, where Kingston College North Street campus is located, it's a small campus, and we need to expand to facilitate the growing needs of our boys. So while I can't tell you what 100 years from now will look or feel like, I can tell you it will look significantly different from the first 100 years because our needs are changing.
And
Because you might have to resort to perhaps changing the current architecture of your school
Absolutely.
and go up.
Absolutely.
Go upward instead of
Absolutely.
going.
There may even come a time, Sir Patrick, when the whole e-learning process may become the way to go. Who knows what the future holds? The important point is that Kingston College is nimble, and Kingston College will respond to the needs of our people. Patrick?
oh yeah, well, it's kind of ironic that we're talking about the future and we're talking about expanding. I think the future is classroom without walls. So the kind of space that we are looking at now is going to be completely different. But what, as Noel said earlier, whatever it's going to be, Kingston College is that kind of organization that will continue to move with the times because we are in it to win it.
Okay. All right. Now, if the school has fostered the different facets of the individuals' personalities who walk through their gate, including their musical talent. And we're going to be going back to our stage to hear from the school's band that has joined us this morning on Cool 97 FM. We're going to hear a bit more from them. But one thing I admire about Kingston College, and we've actually seen it covered in the press, is that even as these students might be involved in track and field and other pursuits outside of academics, they still prioritize the academics. So you see them crashed out on the playing field waiting for track or whatever to begin, and there they are on top of a pile of school bags doing their homework. All right, so they prioritize that as well.
Dianne, I just want to just make one important point about that. A lot of people see KC as a sports school. We're not. Kingston College is not a sports school. Kingston College is a school that happens to play sport. But Kingston College not only plays sport and we do schoolwork, we do them well. So whatever we set our minds to, we are going to excel at it. We have boys, whether on the track team, the football team, in the band, wherever they are, wherever they find their talent, who are as good on the track or on the field as they are with the books. And what we really want, is to produce rounded boys. Jamaica needs rounded young men. And that's what we're aiming at. All of us will never be lawyers and doctors and engineers, Casey has produced musicians, you and I spoke about this many times already. We have produced some of the world's best athletes. We have produced some of the world's best footballers. We have produced, and we will continue to produce, because we're Fortis forever, and forever Fortis. And that's not a slogan or a tagline. That's our lived experience. Big difference.
I wonder how many of our ministers, you hear that? Because all left to say is amen. All right. So now we're going to go to, yes, we have time for one song before I have my next cool flight pack. So what are they going to perform for us now? Time will tell. No, that's not the name of this song, but we'll see what they do. All right, here we go. Back to the stage.
Them spreading, claim that a sense in me planting, but I'm on a the done in a the juggling, appear rumors are gone. Please, Mr. Officer, let go me hand. You don't know me and you don't understand. You see me flashing a Chris rental, so you take that me a criminal. Rumors them spreading, claim that a sense in me planting, but I'm on a the done in a the juggling, appear rumors are gone. I keep a dance just to nice up the place. Me buy enough liquor and red up them face. Make man and man have money to spend. And all the youth them know me and them friend. Rumors them spreading, claim that a sense in me planting, but I'm on a deed and in a the juggling, appear rumors are gone. Please, Mr. Officer, let go me hand. You don't know me and you don't understand. You see me flashing a Chris rental, so you take that me a criminal. Rumors them spreading, claim that a sense in me planting, but I'm on a deed and in a the juggling, appear rumors are gone. Rumors are gone. No matter what them love shoe will me wear, cause me pants it now have no tear. Shoes cost a few hundred a pair, and me have money all through the year. Rumors them spreading, claim that a sense in me planting, but I'm on a deed and in a the juggling, appear rumors are gone. Please, Mr. Officer, let go me hand. You don't know me and you don't understand. You see me flashing a Chris rental, so you take that me a criminal. Rumors them spreading, claim that a sense in me planting, but I'm on a deed and in a the juggling, appear rumors are gone. Rumors are gone. Rumors are gone.
Airlines AA2.
This week on Live Tuesday, Braemar Avenue meets North Street. Kingston College returns to the Cool 97 FM studios for a musical showcase and a look at 100 years of excellence. Hear from the Kingston College School Band and hear the schedule of Centenary celebrations. That's Live Tuesday, March 25 from 7 to 9 a.m. hosted by Dianne Thomas and Michael Thompson. It's all happening on Cool 97 FM and cool97fm.com and brought to you by Ashanti Oasis Vegetarian Catering, Alkavida Alkaline Drinking Water, and Keymix Audio. Live Tuesday on Cool 97 FM, getting to the root of the music.
And earlier, we spoke with Mr. Patrick Dallas, and he's secretary of the KC Centenary Planning Committee, and Mr. Noel Greenland, a member of the Events Planning Subcommittee. Now, just to let you know, you're inside of Live Tuesday from 7 until 9 a.m. This segment of the show is brought to you by Keymix Audio for PA system and audio support. And remember, the mix is key. So, in addition to listening to Live Tuesday on Cool 97 FM, you can also watch a delayed broadcast of this and other episodes by visiting our website, kool97fm.com, and clicking on the Live Tuesday tile. Kingston College's school band is with us this morning, and they're going to be performing yet again. And we're going to be showcasing more of the talent. You're going to see them pop up at several events as KC celebrates its centenary. So, congratulations, guys. This is, you're in a seminal year. Whichever part of the school year you are in, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, lower sixth or upper sixth, you can tell your children and grandchildren you are there for the centenary. So that in itself is a milestone. So, showcase the talent that has no doubt been fostered at the school, and you're going to have more fun on Cool 97 FM. You're like family, don't worry. No jitters, because you've done this many times here at Cool 97. So the stage is yours.
K-O-O-L.
College School Band here on Cool 97 FM. And joining us by telephone is the principal of Kingston College, Mr. Dave Myrie. Good morning and welcome to you, sir, and welcome back to Live Tuesday. How are you?
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me on. I'm well.
Now, when we spoke with you the last time, we were heralding the 100th anniversary, and you were feeling pretty upbeat about what the prospects were for a year of celebrations. Now, how are you personally feeling ahead of Kingston College celebrating 100 years, now that you're truly into the whole planning process?
I would say that the feeling's mixed. Exhilaration, I would say, excitement, but also being very conscious of the weight on your shoulders in terms of looking forward and starting or charting the course for the next 100 years. It's a very sobering view because obviously education is changing, it's evolving, and you have to evolve to meet the needs of the current situation. And planning in a situation at times which can be difficult, particularly in the situation now where it's so difficult to find staff or even retain staff. And so you're always thinking, how do you structure what you're doing to ensure the best for the boys, as well as the staff you've got. But knowing that, you could be losing staff very quickly after that. So it as much as, there's a celebratory part looking back that over the past 100 years what the school has done and achieved, which has been, phenomenal. But you're also, part of this is also looking forward and how do you chart the way forward. And that, I said, is also fairly sobering looking down the road, what needs to be done.
And this milestone means, what does it mean to you personally? And looking at the institution, the whole feel on the ground, what's it like?
It's. I would say we're in celebratory mood. It means a lot for anyone to achieve 100 years. That's significant, all right? Extremely significant. And for an institution, there are many institutions haven't survived not even 10 years. And for an institution to have survived so many years, going to 100 years now, it's a massive achievement, and we recognize that. And if you look back at our history and our past and to see the accolades and the achievement, be they academics, be they extracurricular, be they sports, be they in the arts or whatever it might be, it's been significant because we're one of the youngest traditional high schools, and we've achieved so much in such a short time. So it's a great feeling for us. And to be honest with you, we intend to celebrate it well. And we've started in different ways. Even on the field of sports this year so far, Manning Cup on the 14th, we just won lacrosse. We have champs kicking off today. So on that side, there's all of that. But a massive thing we're looking forward to is also very, very good achievement of our boys come CXCs in the next couple of weeks. So we're feeling pretty good about what has happened. We're feeling pretty good that God has guided us to where we are today. We're feeling pretty good that we've continued to step on the shoulders of stalwarts and continue to build this legacy, and that we continue to educate boys and make them truly rounded persons going forward. And we're thankful to God that at the end of the day, a school that was started for, I'd put it maybe underprivileged youngsters, continue to provide that quality education for that group of kids. And we'll never lose our heart for that group of boys. We're just going to continue to do what we need to do to act Jamaica's landscape.
And I noticed that when you were listing the achievements of the school and what you were looking forward to, including the exam period, you mentioned Champs begins this week and you kind of glossed over it and you didn't bother to just guzzle it all by saying that you're taking home the title again this year. And they don't think it went unnoticed. Now, what are you envisaging for the institution for the next 100 years? We posed that to Patrick Dallas and to Noel Greenland, who are here in studio. Let's hear what your vision looks like, if it's any different.
In a couple words, I'd say I want a school that's comfortable with itself in all aspects. A school that's comfortable in terms of achieving the vision or achieving the targets they want. And to be honest with you, for me, the next 100 years built around, maybe six pillars. Yeah, one is the continued infrastructural and physical development of the plant, so we look like a school and we deliver properly. Two, the enhanced educational process management, what we manage the educational process to ensure that we're achieving the outcomes that were set out in our strategic plan. I'd say ICT integration across the entire teaching and learning sphere. Critical for me in the next, as part of the plan for the next 100 years, is the academic performance and continued improvement, with emphasis particularly on the CXC at the CXC level. Also, I would say increased financial contributions and resources to sustain all the various programs that we have in the school. And the critical as well is continued promotion of the psychosocial development of our boys. It is imperative that we take care of our people within the environment. It is imperative that we give them a conducive teaching and learning environment. And it's imperative that we recognize the issues for them and we work on those issues to ensure that their learning experience is going to be a positive one. And so for me, the vision, as I said, for the next 100 years, to be honest with you, is summed up in a school that is comfortable with itself, not a complacent situation, but a school that's always seeking to push the scenes and do better than our previous best. But ultimately, students are achieving and also are doing well and are going forward to take their place in society in the way they ought to. If that happens, then I'm totally comfortable.
Hey, tell me something. Did you go to KC?
I'm a KC old boy, and I would stand on that.
You really are a KC old boy?
Yes, I'm a KC old boy. I got my ring. I have my graduation ring.
Okay, because I'm thinking, boy, they really got the right principal for that institution, and they have indoctrinated him well.
Well, I would say indoctrination, but it's something I tell you, it's done. I'm not a KC boy, but I am, and I will stand by that all the time. But here's the thing: once you're in and you recognize what's happening, what's going on, you can't help but become a believer. And if you're serious about what you're doing and you believe in the development of these boys, then you're going to do what needs to be done. I believe in the school. I believe in what we're seeking to achieve. I see every one of these boys in the school as my sons, yeah, and I want for them as best I would want for my own biological child. And that's the way I look at life, and that's the way I look at what we need to do for them, because at the end of the day, they're the generation coming forward. They're going to be the leaders, and if we don't develop them well, we're the only ones to blame.
My final question to you, okay? The school across the road from you that you're forever in competition with, or friendly rivalry, should we say? They have girls in their institution now, in their sixth form. Is there anything on the radar where girls will now become a part of Kingston College?
I hear Bishop Gibson stirring in his grave. No, I don't see that happening at all.
Hear you stuttering.
No, I don't see that happening at all. In fact, if you think about it, we talk about boys being marginalized, boys doing this, boys doing that. I would not feel comfortable taking away spaces for boys. And we know for a fact that our boys are languishing behind our girls in terms of performance. No, I can't see that happening. Whoever decides to go that route, then that's fine. That's their decision. I don't see Kingston College doing that.
All right.
And by the way, I must add here, even though I don't see girls coming right now, we're doing a twinning project with Tivoli High, where they have at least about 26 students who come up to us for maths classes every week, and there are girls in that grouping, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're helping them, but in terms of seeing KC admitting girls and having girls as students coming to KC every day, I don't see that happening.
Kudos to whoever came up with the idea to have that twinning with Tivoli Gardens to bring them up to KC to improve the quality of the math students. Now that is forward thinking. All right, so thank you for being our guest again on Cool 97 FM. No doubt during the next year we'll be speaking with you many times over as we become part of the KC Centenary. We're going to go back to the music, but right after our commercial break. Thanks for joining us, and good morning to the KC fraternity, and all the very best with Champs.
Thanks again. It's a pleasure.
We welcome you to the show. We're inside of Live Tuesday, and we're going to have our sit down now. And it's a cross-generational KC experience that we're going to be covering, because we have Mr. Cleve McEachran, who is a past student, and we have a current student of Kingston College, Daniel Brown. And we're going to be speaking with them about, and getting the different perspectives, the then and now. And we welcome you for this little interview. So, starting with Mr. McEachran, when were you at KC?
Well, I was at KC. I was in the same class with. I was in the same class with Patrick Dallas. Went there in '69.
1969.
Yeah.
And we also have with us a current student, Daniel Brown. Daniel, what year did you enter KC?
I entered Kingston College in 2019.
2019.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's look at, and you're currently in lower sixth, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Lower sixth. Now, Mr. McEachran, how are you feeling about Kingston College celebrating 100 years, and why did you become involved?
Well, once you enter the halls of KC, you'll always be there. Patrick has been there from ever since. Mikey T has been there, because while I was at school, I used to interact with Mikey a lot, as such, But having looked at the development at KC over the years, I've seen the development physically and otherwise. And one of the things I recognize is that KC has a purpose in this country. Right? The Lord has created KC in a way that we provide leadership, because as a country we need leaders. If you look at the Minister of Justice, Delroy Truck, when I was in lower school, he was in upper school. All right? And you have a couple other people there. And then, because of how Jamaica is developing now, we need leaders in every sphere, all right? And KC has been able to contribute to the development of men, young men, and I have seen that, and I'm happy that I'm a part of that. Know that we have approached 100 years. I am thankful to God for that, and I'm thankful that we have an institution that trains young boys, young men to prepare for the future, because Jamaica has a lively future ahead. But it is being clouded by other things just now. So I'm happy to be a part of the whole KC situation.
And young Mr. Brown, since you entered KC, let's see, that would be 6 years ago? How have you seen your development change from perhaps the very youthful outlook of a first former?
So I was coming from Arden Preparatory, and when I entered the gates of Kingston College...
Oh, Yashika's giving you the forward. She went to Arden. Okay. All right. Yes.
Yeah, so when I entered in first form, it was very different, coming from a different environment, and you're introduced to KC, and you're just immersed into the culture. You see so much stuff.
Were you intimidated?
Was I intimidated? I wouldn't say I was intimidated. I went in with an open mind, from prep school going into high school. I was looking forward to the experience.
Did you have relatives who attended the school before?
Oh, yes, man.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
My father went to Kingston College.
There had to be something there.
Yeah. So my father went to Kingston College, my uncle, my cousin, my brother. Yeah, man,
Say what?
You were surrounded.
I was surrounded, yes.
Surrounded by the Fortis influence.
Right.
No. Okay, so where do you see yourself going? The school has been kind to you to the point where you see yourself wanting to contribute years after you leave that institution?
Of course.
All right, so what is it that you want to pursue?
I'm still figuring that out, but I think it'd be in the business,
Mhm.
towards that direction.
Oh, so you're studying business subjects?
Yeah, for my subjects, I do com studies, sociology, entrepreneurship, and economics. So I'm kind of steering towards that direction.
And I think you should add music to this because he's a guitar player.
Right, I'm the
He's a
guitarist.
He's a guitarist.
You're the guitarist?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure you do something like entertainment law and something like that. You never know. It just might come in handy.
Right.
All right. So now we're going to also look at the best wishes. Mr. McEachran, as someone who has been able to witness the transition of Kingston College over several years, for those who might be on the cusp of entering that institution, pass on some gems to them right here on Cool 97 FM to put them in good stead, because they're coming from primary and prep school and they're going to big school now and they're probably feeling nervous. But I'm going to ask you to answer that just after I say this. Tactic world famous brands of tools distributed by Atlantic Hardware and Plumbing are available at all leading hardware stores island-wide. Call 876-758-5583 and the time by Atlantic Hardware and Plumbing is 8:45 a.m. No clock, you're not going to do that to me. I looked up and it was 8:45. All right, so now, the wise words for the young ones whose parents have told them, listen, I put KC down on a piece of paper from Ministry of Education, you're going to KC. So the little ones who don't know what to expect.
Well, for the little ones who would be, from primary school, prep school level, one of the things I would say, people that you might have known who went to KC, have a talk with them. Just have a talk with them.
Mhm.
You see what I mean? They will share their experiences as such as, Then you can look at that and, as it were, develop a kind of, focus is not the right word, but you can develop a certain, a certain framework just now, you see. Because when I went to KC, you see what I mean? From primary school days, there were a couple of guys who were ahead of me.
Mhm.
And when they speak, there's a certain quote-unquote power that they spoke with. And not only that, you find that, you say, they displayed a certain positive attitude. And that is what I like. Even if they are wrong, they are positive.
Positively
Positive,
wrong.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, that is a good thing in the sense that once you have things to do, you develop a positive attitude.
You have confidence.
Confidence, yeah. Because while I was at KC, it was kind of challenging for me. It was a new environment. But I just went through,
Okay.
Fortunately for myself, I used to relate to Mikey then. Your colleague Norman Marsh was there as well. People like Barry G. And a number of other people who are in the entertainment field just now.
Paul
People
Campbell.
So did you have relatives who preceded you at KC?
No, just friends.
Oh, just friends. All right.
Well,
Okay.
I'm just going to add to my little 2 cents, my family, for Dennis, my brother Dennis Thompson, and his sons, my nephews, Dennis and Dean, Thompson, Dean departed us, but brother Dennis is still there, and they're all purple, all love, and my other bigger brother, which is Winston Meriton Blake, and the Meriton family. We just have to say big up and thanks. All right, Dan.
Okay, so says Mikey,
to
who is
music.
decked out in nothing but purple this morning. All right, so any final words from you, Daniel, that you want to share with those who might be going into? Oh, you have to do this, Casey going into champs. You have to do a kind of big up to the champs team. You do sports as well?
No, I don't.
No, okay, come. But surely you know somebody on the track team. Come,
You
some
start
words
my
of
friends?
encouragement. Yes.
Okay, let's see. The guys who are participating in champs, I really wish you guys the best. Want to take it home another year. So please go out there and do your absolute best. I know you've been working hard and we're just ready to take it home now.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
No.
So all the other schools fear them.
All right, so you're gonna have your guitar works though to take the hoop.
Fortunately, I might just add, while I was at KC, every single year that I was there, we were just enjoying because we won every year. I was in the 7-year stretch.
Oi.
Yeah. And I remember when I'd volunteered, being a marshal on the field, I used to go around and interview other athletes. I used to ask them, so how do you see yourself in your school winning? And everybody said to me, we know that KC you're going to win already. Everybody said that. You see what I mean? It's like they're just going with that mindset.
Oi.
You see what I mean?
Okay.
I didn't mind it, of course, because we were the champions. You see what I mean?
Well, you're
But
just
I'm just
checking.
saying, you see, when people recognize that a certain standard has been set, you can't run from it.
All right.
Because in every sphere of life, Casey has led the way. In the choir at school, I was related with Norman Marsh. And out of that group of people, you have a number of people in the music industry now as instrument players, producers,
I can well
things
imagine.
like that.
Sorry, Daniel, we're going to allow you to run
Yeah.
back out and take up your position.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so Kingston College celebrating their centenary, and they are here with us this morning on Cool 97. Before we wrap things up, let me just thank you all for listening to another edition of Live Tuesday. Thanks to Kingston College for joining us, and we're talking about the school band, their leader, Mr. Khalil Welsh, yet again. Mr. Patrick Dallas, who is KC Centenary Committee member, Noel Greenland, also of the Centenary Committee, KC Old Boy Cleve McKekron. I'm Dianne Thomas on behalf of the Live Tuesday team. We also have Mikey T as DJ Sound Engineer, Executive Producer, Noran Price for Graphics and Social Media, Edson Johnson out there videotaping everything for us, Yashika Graham, our producer, Paul Dennis, who is also our broadcast engineer, all of our Airtel Cool team members who helped to make this broadcast possible. Thanks to the sponsors, Alkavida Alkaline Drinking Water, Improve Your Water, Improve Your Health, bottled by Health Creation Industries, over there in White Marl, St. Catherine, telephone 876-649-0386, Ashanti Oasis Vegetarian Catering, the official caterer of Live Tuesday, and everyone gets to have breakfast as we finish at 9 o'clock. Ask about their vegan veggie balls at major supermarkets island-wide, 876-458-9859. Thanks to Keymix Audio, the Mix is Key, for PA and sound support. Woo.
All right, Dan.
All right, with that, we're going to the stage.
Okay,
Ooh,
no,
man,
no. I
that was
just
a
want
lot.
to say, Dan, I have to say this to Steve Goulding, another Fortis brother, and the whole family of Fortis. They're going through a rough time right now. We just want to extend our love and strong Fortis love to him as they go through this time. You know, Steve Goulding is the guitarist for and producer for Peter Tosh, Mama Africa. So, Steve, much love, my brother. We'll be in touch. All right. So we go back to the stage.
of Live Tuesday on Cool 97 FM. Thank you for having stayed with us. And coming up now, we have the Cool Flight Pack. But before we go there, just to let you know that today would have been the Queen of...
This week on Live Tuesday, Braemar Avenue meets North Street. Kingston College returns to the Cool 97 FM studios for a musical showcase and a look at 100 years of excellence. Hear from the Kingston College School Band and hear the schedule of Centenary celebrations. That's Live Tuesday, March 25 from 7 to 9 a.m. hosted by Dianne Thomas and Michael Thompson. It's all happening on Cool 97 FM and cool97fm.com and brought to you by Ashanti Oasis Vegetarian Catering, Alkavida Alkaline Drinking Water, and Keymix Audio. Live Tuesday on Cool 97 FM, getting to the root of the music.